Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.
It's the ATS Show Podcast, precious.
We don't care, we're about to swear on the air. It's the after the show, so tune in if you dare. KVJ, get risque every single day. It's uncensored. We can say what we want to say.
Hello, what's up? Happy Monday. Welcome to the KVJ After the Show Podcast. Good to see everybody here. Did you guys have good weekends? Anything exciting happen? Did you guys do anything crazy? I didn't talk about that earlier on the regular show. Don't even know what you all did.
I ran around a little bit. There was people in my neighborhood having Christmas celebrations.
Okay.
I did a little bit of that. I did a little bit of drinking.
You did? Okay. Where'd you do the drinking? What'd you drink? What happened with that?
I was drinking a lot of champagne.
Oh, you were? Okay.
I went to a very fancy party, and they were pouring Dom Perignon.
Oh, yeah?
For the people. Like, can you imagine the tab on that champagne?
I went to a party, but it was not as fancy. They were pouring Don Perignon.
Spelled D-O-N-P-E-R-R-Y.
Don. As a kid, I always thought that's what it was called. I'll take some Don Perignon.
Little Don. Yeah. Well, that sounds lovely. Yeah, probably one of my highlights, we kind of have food rotation every Friday night. The Queen and I, we try to find a cool little place. We have about 4 or 5 places we rotate in. And I went to that Cucina's there at the Palm Beach Outlet and got me the cauliflower crust pizza.
Oh, nice.
Loaded up with veggies. It was so good.
Pizza by design. My only knock is that the pizzas are too small. Make them a little bit bigger. I'm a grown man, damn it.
I thought it was very filling. I couldn't knock down the whole pizza. The Queen had 2 slices, and it was just enough.
Yeah, but, I mean...
You need more than that?
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like you and the Queen eat like toddlers.
Yeah.
No, I think it's
Jay
a pretty...
Bird can take down a whole extra large pizza by himself.
I would have enjoyed it when I was 3.
How many inches would you say that is, Virginia? That's about the size of the pie. I'm making a hand gesture here.
They do have smaller pies at Cucina.
They got smaller pies, dog.
Oh, okay.
They really do.
That's the size we got then. It was
I've
whatever
been
that
there.
is. I don't even know what that is.
I like their concept. I like their layout. I like the way the restaurant looks. I like everything about it, but you do need to get a couple more pies.
I'm with you. I love the way. I think it's very clean. It smells good. It looks good. I think the food is good.
Yeah.
I don't want a bitch ass pizza. I want a big pizza.
He's a big boy. He wants a big pizza.
We got the spicy marinara. That to me was
Ooh.
the secret sauce. It was marinara, but had those little pepper flakes in it.
Gotcha.
Ooh.
That's where I get my Nutella pizza.
Okay.
And that's one of those dishes or meals, even when I'm full, I am going in on Nutella, and she ain't leaving. She ain't getting out alive.
Yeah. You just keep going and going, huh?
I do, man. It's that good. Nutella has got drugs in it. I feel like it does. Like addictive drugs. Makes you want to go back.
Yeah.
Whatever that thing they put in there.
Can't stay away.
You just want to keep going back. That's what's in that trail mix I keep eating. I can't stop eating this fucking trail mix.
Can't stop, won't stop.
The sweet, chewy, and salty.
Yeah.
It's got little peanut nuggets in it.
Ooh,
and
yeah.
I've never seen a trail mix where it is 5 candies to 1 nut, and it's 5 to 1 candies to nut. It's really remarkable.
It's a good ratio.
It is.
It's a good ratio.
Well, you're a candy man.
I am a candy man, living in a candy land. You know it.
Mm-hmm. Also, we went out to Dr. Lee Mullins down there in the 500 block on Clematis. I just love what they've done down there now. They shut down the 500 block pretty much all the time. And they just put tables and everything strewn all across. They got some games out there. You can have your kids running around, and you can just pop into one of the bars, restaurants, bring food out there. And I think it's genius. To me, I would shut Clematis permanently, honestly. We don't have to have cars driving up and down there. Just shut it down. Just treat it as like where people can come out and put tables out there. And I mean, right now, what we got to do, people got to spread out. Don't do the indoor dining. Let the restaurants have outdoor dining so we can spread out and eat and still spend money there.
An opportunity comes where someone says, Kev, I got all the money. I just want you to come up with a concept, and then you can get someone to run it. You have a place down in Clematis, an empty spot. You get to come up with a concept. What would be your concept?
Of what the restaurant is?
Restaurant or bar. It could be either one. How would you do the layout? What would be the theme? Is there a theme?
Well, to me, it's got to have, the craft beer. It's got to have a very well-designed bar. And I like the bars that are kind of like the indoor-outdoor. So I like a nice spacious bar. It's got to have great craft beer selections. That is very important. You have to have a lot of good TVs as well.
Finger foods, Mr. Alston. Is that going to be
that kind of stuff? Oh, yeah. I love a lot of I don't like a big kind of meal. To me, I'm little dinky things where it's like a chicken wing kind of thing. I like the hummus and those kind of little things. So it'd be a lot of those on the menu.
We call that small plate shareables in the biz.
It is, okay. Yeah, so I love that. Those tapas restaurants where it's pretty much nothing but that. That to me would be my ideal. I like where you get several for the table, but I don't know that I would do any kind of international type cuisine. I think it would just be kind of a hodgepodge of all that.
You got to watch those fucking appetizer thieves, though. There's always one dick face at the table. Oh, let me take that third egg roll. No, bitch, 2 apiece. We saw what you did.
Yeah. And they're getting ready to crank open that Lisabetta's, too, that is going to be down there in January. They're ready on that. They're hiring people, and that, I think, is going to be a game changer. It's right by the Bend, the hotel.
Gotcha.
So you have that whole great space, and they're right on the water. So... yeah, West Palm will be, I'm telling you, they are so close to being like, wow, that place is popping. Don't know if they'll get to be like Atlantic and Delray, but they're close.
Gosh, you got me wanting pizza now after that whole...
yeah, I keep thinking about it, and it's definitely going to be in our heavy rotation now because we both like, oh, this is amazing. I just loved it. And she tried convincing me that it was keto friendly, so I'm like, all right.
Fat Kevin.
Well, cauliflower crust, I think, kind of is, right?
Yeah, she looked it up. I'm like going, because I was like, well, what's holding it all together? And she actually went and looked and broke it down. I'm like, so it is keto. She's still telling me it is. I'm like, okay.
Were you ever a fan, either one of you, of Alfredo sauce instead of the marinara?
Yeah.
That's a thick pizza.
That is.
And you shouldn't make any plans after, but it is
A
good.
white pie is so good. I like it. The Pizza Girls made one with spinach, ricotta, and sausage. And, oh, it was so good.
How about this? You bite into it and you get some angel hair spaghettis in there as well underneath the cheese. You bite. Oh, is that angel hair? Fuck yeah.
Extra carbs.
Oh my gosh. If you've never had spaghetti on pizza, you, my friends, have not lived.
I've never had that.
haven't
I'm with
lived.
Kevin. I'm going to get the cauliflower crust.
Boring.
We want less carbs.
Yeah.
So you've had to have a spaghetti pizza before, right?
No, never.
Really?
No. Even when I was doing carbs, there's just, to me,
It's a lot.
Yeah.
There's a line you shouldn't cross.
It was just,
Not a lot of people go at it like you.
Yeah.
You're a special man.
It's a little heavy.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd like to actually get out of bed the rest of the day. If I eat that thing, I probably just have to cash it in.
Did I ever make you guys my pierogi pizza? Talk about a heavy pizza. That is just dough on dough with mashed potato. All in that
that's
thing.
it's a little heavy.
It's so good though.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't eat the whole thing, You take a slice.
I feel like the cauliflower crust gets the job done
Yeah, it does.
without all of the guilt. And so
Yeah.
I'm here for it.
That's why I'd feel like I'd plow through another one today.
All you cauliflower fuckfaces say the same thing. Oh, it's just as good, Bird, as regular pizza. And while you're at it, try this Halo ice cream. Go fuck yourself. It's not the same. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not.
I haven't done regular crust in a while, but to me it was quite enjoyable. That was good. I loved it.
I know people can't see it if they're not watching, but I'm giving Kevin the roll the eye emoji face right now.
And the middle finger.
Let me see here. Got a couple emails. Cesar sent us one. He said, I know you're fascinated, YouTube drinking game by Palm Beach Island, and they're currently having utilities being upgraded. And with the company I work in, I learned something new. We're always finding delays and upgrades because there are so many tunnels running underneath Palm Beach.
Yeah, there are. A lot of people that live on the ocean, they have a tunnel under their house to their private beach. Mm-hmm. I've heard that. Now, I've never been in the tunnels.
Yeah, that's what he's saying. If on their property line, it'll come out by their poolside house. They don't want to walk across the street. Of course, that's just too much and too dangerous. So they have a tunnel. I guess, could you imagine that? How cool is that? You have a door that goes to your tunnel, and then you walk through the tunnel and you pop up. There's one pool house that I absolutely love. There's this one house, and it's right on the ocean. It's facing on Palm Beach that we walk by all the time. And the pool, it's amazing looking, and they have got a pool house there that you just open the doors, and it's a bar. It's got a nice overhang on it, and it's a huge flat screen TV, and there's like beer taps. I'm like, gosh, that's amazing.
You love a big TV.
Just to sit there, like right there on the ocean, and it's got kind of a Miami type vibe to it. I'm like,
You would never leave.
I wouldn't. That'd be it. It's a good thing I don't have that kind of money, because what would I do with my life?
You're a sucker for BTE, big television energy. That's your game. You love a big television.
I do.
And a beer tap.
Yeah, you're right. That's why, to me, Tap 42 does it very well. They got very good, robust chicken wings, great beer selection, lots of TVs. Those kind of places are what does it for me.
I know you're doing some renovations at your place. You should try to look into a beer tap kind of a thing.
The thing I once upon a time, probably almost 20 years ago, used to have a beer fridge. They're very tricky because, one, you got to be drinking a lot of beer. Two, to get the CO2 just right. And it was foaming out all the time.
Well, yeah,
it was a lot of work.
I went and bought one for you and gave it to you as a gift.
Yeah, I think that was it.
They're difficult, and you have to know how to CO2 and the lines and the this.
Yeah,
and
the lines get dirty. You got to
It's-
clean the lines. It became a lot of work. And, with craft beer anymore, you can just go, like even Whole Foods, you can buy individual cans and get everything you need.
Well, never mind. It was a terrible idea.
It was a terrible idea.
If you had a beer, a tap like that, you would have to have a guy that comes over.
Yeah, and we talked about everything going on in Palm Beach, and I'm sure they do. They probably have a beverage guy that comes out and he does it all for them, be like going, hey, I can't get my beer right today. Come do it for me, and somebody would deal. Now, if I had that,
Their lines are never clogged and dirty in Palm Beach.
No, and there is a deal, because there was a place that we used to go to, and I'll spare the names, but they had lines that ran through the ceiling and out, and we would be the first ones to go, and we go there like on a Sunday morning after church, and I get a craft beer, and it didn't taste right. There was a funk in it, and I talked to somebody about that. I think it was at Due South. And they're like, yeah, they're supposed to run the lines you don't want the beer sitting in the lines, and the beer was sitting in the lines. So all I was getting was
old line beer.
And it tasted funky, and it just wasn't right.
I can tell when restaurants don't change their soda lines. You get a Coke or a Pepsi, and it tastes like who did it and ran. It's off.
And I was talking to the brewery, and they said it's difficult. We'll have restaurants because when somebody gets that beer, the first thing you do is you cuss out the beer name. Whatever it is, they're going, that beer sucks.
And it's not the beer's fault.
Right. So they're always having to go through and check restaurants to see how they're doing, keeping their lines clean, all that, because especially craft beer is all about really, I know what the beer tastes like. And it is so special when you get it right. It's kind of like what you say with a good soda. You know when it's dead on, and then when it's not right, that way I can point my finger at the establishment, not at the beer. But if nobody knew and you tried that beer for the first time, or I told you to go out and get this kind of beer, and you're like going, Kevin sucks. This beer is terrible. No, it's the place is terrible because they're not taking care of their lines, or they have a situation where you shouldn't run lines that long. That's a bad design on a restaurant.
My buddy, he worked for a beer company, and sometimes we'll go around the places, and he has to go to his, where they have the beer at the bar or the restaurant, and he'll try it out. And I've seen him tell people, you need to clean your line because you're making our beer taste like shit.
Yes,
he gets very offended by it.
They do, because I mean that's your product, that's your brand, and if people try it and it's bad, and it's usually just laziness, negligence, and I've been talking to different brewery people, and they've pulled their beer out of some places saying that you are not fit to serve our beer because you don't serve it right. And
you're making us look bad.
You make us look bad.
You make someone look really bad that way.
Yeah, and so I get it, but that'd be kind of a cool job though, just to go around and you drop into all these bars and try the beer to make sure it tastes right.
Just get an Uber driver. It's expensive.
And then the only other problem too is you got to kind of be an asshole because you're like, I'm taking the beer with me.
Well, I usually like to enjoy my beer drinking and not have uncomfortable moments, and it can get real uncomfortable if the beer line's not working, and then you guys gonna change the beer line? Oh fuck, I'm going to the corner.
That would be tough. Yeah.
I'm just here to call people out.
That's right.
It takes the fun out of beer drinking.
But I get why you have to do it though. I just don't want to do it when I'm drinking.
Right.
Yeah. Call them out here today. Somebody want to call out their landscaper who cut my cable line and then tried to fix it with duct tape. But guess what? It didn't work.
Oh, man. Now you got no cable?
Yeah, and then the first appointment they have to come fix it is 5 days from now. Thanks, 2020.
Oh, that's annoying.
That is tough.
When people do, when you get people to hire to do your lawn, they cut it, they do all that stuff. Would they be the right people to ask? Do they typically? I guess my question is: do they make gardens? Do they make things like? Is that what they typically do?
They can. So anytime you have like a landscaping company that can like come and mow your grass, those guys also can come and give you design ideas. Yeah. I had a guy come out and he pulled out some old grandma bushes that had been in front of my house since they built the house and put in palm trees and had ideas of other stuff. It was getting a little too expensive, though. I stopped at the palm trees.
That's what I want to put a little mom/Aunt garden in my backyard, the new place. But I also don't want to. I don't want to do it myself because I think I'd be terrible at it.
It's always best to hire an expert for something like that. Building a garden sounds like, ugh.
I'm going to fuck it up. There's going to be a line I hit. Some kind of a...
And there's stuff you have to do, like, I didn't know. You have to put down mesh before you put down rocks, and, like, there's all this complicated stuff. And I just put down rocks, and I didn't level it right, and one of my neighbors was like, oh, you didn't level that right.
What did he say? Fuck you. Mind your own business. Everyone's an expert.
No, I actually like this neighbor.
Okay, I don't like...
I'm not going to fuck you and my neighbor.
Mind your own P's and Q's.
I think they were trying to be helpful.
It's annoying.
But it is something that I think having a professional come out there and do, and then maybe, go out there with them and watch what they do.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I agree.
Learn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your backyard would look good with a garden, by the way, Kevin.
Yeah, I think, we're going to maybe just put a little bit of a roof, kind of like tiki thing maybe, on top of the bar kitchen. That's about it. To me, I want something that is relatively low maintenance because, man, in Florida, things can get away from you.
Yes.
Real fast. So, yeah, I think I'm good. I think garden would be a little too much for me.
I think it's be too much for me too. Yeah, you guys talked me out of it.
But if you have whoever you hire to cut your lawn, you're not going to cut your lawn yourself, right?
I don't know. We're playing it by ear. Me and Chewy.
You are going to mow your toe.
Oh, give me a break. I used to fucking mow my lawn every week when I was a kid.
Okay, Moto.
Well,
you are going to mow your damn foot. I know it.
Okay. Well, if it's great for the show, maybe I will.
Okay. It's not going to be great for your balance.
Please don't hit an artery.
I'm not. I've mowed grass before.
Oh, boy.
And I've smoked it.
Yeah, it's a mess. I had a buddy that when he was a kid, he was sleeping in his tent and his brother ran over his foot.
Oh, with a mower?
Yeah, and they sewed his toes back on, but they sewed them on top of two other toes.
Stop it.
Yeah.
Logan.
Yeah.
They took him to the vet, didn't they? They took him to the horse doctor.
And so,
Logan.
yeah, his nickname, we called him Velcro toes because it looked like his toes were just Velcroed on top of two other ones.
Aww.
It was the most bizarre looking thing.
The most bizarre part of that story is the fucking doctors. What happened?
I don't know what they were thinking. Like, why they put the two toes on top of other two toes? I don't know. It's craziest thing.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
I don't even know how that's possible. Like, I'm not even close to being a doctor, and I know toes don't go on toes.
I feel like I could do a better job.
Yes, me too.
Yeah, it's tough. Like, it's tough for him to get his damn foot in a shoe.
Oh,
I bet. I mean, he doesn't go bowling.
Yeah, it's tricky. Yeah, but you know what? He rocked it. He had no shame in the game. He loved wearing flip-flops. He wore flip-flops everywhere.
You have to. It's
all the time.
That's the whole Cobra Kai. That's their mission statement. Get what you have in your life and just fucking rock it. Whatever you have going on. Just embrace it and then rock it.
No shame
Turn
in the
that
game.
shit. Yeah.
No shame
There's
in the
something
game.
to be said about an attitude with any of that kind of stuff, in my opinion. If you rock some shit and don't care, or at least act like you don't, I think you're good.
Yeah, I admired his confidence.
You should.
Very
Denny
impressive
talks
stuff.
about one dude he grew up with. I don't know if I can tell this story or not.
yeah, you can.
The most jacked up teeth ever. Like, just gross, terrible teeth. And said he still got chicks because of his attitude. Just
Really? Okay.
Just kind of didn't let that bring him down. And I think there is something to that.
It is. It's nice. It's empowering if you can, put that stuff aside and rock it no matter what.
And what was his friend's name with the bad teeth?
I shouldn't have said anything. Some of his friends are local still.
Kind of talking about that, I was just thinking about this Hillbilly Elegy that is on Netflix, because my wife and I were looking for something to watch, and we wound up watching that HBO show that I was telling you about, The Undoing, I think's the name of it.
Yes.
It's pretty solid. I almost did the Hillbilly Elegy because it's about kind of like the area where I'm from, southeastern Ohio, kind of that area. And Alyssa said, just to let you know, Hillbilly Elegy, it's a sad movie. The guy's just basically replaying all of his family drama. It's kind of difficult to watch. So.
Oh, boy.
Okay, I'll watch it on Christmas.
Yeah. It's a Ron Howard movie, and it's got a great cast on it. But
Okay.
yeah, I'm not a big fan of, depressing.
Sad, depressing.
Yeah.
And then it's going to hit home because that's the area of the country you're from.
Yeah, and there is a lot of things to be depressed about.
Yeah, take it from
around
me.
there.
Last year for Christmas, I watched that Vietnam documentary. It was 12 hours long,
Yeah.
and by the 11th hour,
Keep it fun.
I gotta go. I gotta get out of the house. This is too much. I watched it all by myself. It was so fucking depressing.
Yeah, it's tough.
It is.
Yeah, a list of things that you really shouldn't watch during the holidays. That might be one of them. Let me see something else that is rather interesting. I know, Jaybird, you'd sent me the story. They were able to crack one of the Zodiac codes. That is a movie that I had seen. I think it was on Netflix. I don't know if it's still there or not.
I think it is.
But it was a fascinating movie. Had Robert Downey Jr. in it.
Do you remember all the
And-
scenes pretty good in that?
Good bit, because I only watched it probably 2 months ago, and it's got Jake Gyllenhaal in it, and it is about the Zodiac killer, which I didn't know a lot about. It was somebody maybe late 60s, 70s, something like that.
Taunted the police.
Yeah, in the San Francisco area, and it didn't kill a lot, maybe 4 or 5 murders.
They don't. They
thought.
that's the ones
and
they can prove.
Yeah.
There's theories on that he killed more people, but he's
But
a guy that liked the limelight.
Yeah, and it was a game for him, and so he made these ciphers that you could try to come up with, and they finally had a computer crack one of them for the first time after like 40 plus years or whatever.
What's weird is that he had a few of these codes out there, and the first one I believe he did, a couple deciphered it pretty quickly. So I'm wondering if he was, reading the paper, go, shit, they fucking already cracked it. Let me make these ones a little bit harder now. But yeah, a couple, because he would put it in the paper and then everyone would read it. He forced them to put it on the paper and report about it on the news. He said, if you guys do not report this, more bloodshed will come.
Jeez.
Yeah. He basically would hold it hostage over everybody.
Yeah, and I guess that they've never necessarily identified the guy, and so he's still out there, and so I guess that's in a sense why they still work on it. And so, yeah, they had a computer come in, I guess, and figure it was a Virginia web designer who solved the 340 cipher, a 340-character puzzle sent to the San Francisco Chronicle more than 50 years ago by the infamous Zodiac killer. And the message said, I hope you're having lots of fun and trying to catch me. That wasn't me on the TV show. I'm not afraid of the gas chamber because it will send me to paradise all the sooner because I now have enough slaves to work for me.
Yeah, some of these guys are so crazy. And some of them are actually afraid of the death penalty. They're afraid to die. But some of them call it the ultimate ride. They've experienced so much murder that now they want, let's see what this is. I'm down to die. Last ride kind of a thing.
Good gravy.
2 more of these are still unsolved, and the killer had said that one of these contains his real name. So if they can solve the last 2, then I guess we'll finally be able to find out who the Zodiac killer was.
There's a scene in the movie. It's shot so well and done so creepy. I always think murder scenes in the daytime are just fucking way creepier than nighttime. Because nighttime, you're like, all right, we're supposed to die at nighttime.
You expect a
Yes.
nighttime murder.
These 2 lovers, boyfriend, girlfriend, and this really happened. They're doing a picnic, and they're just looking out at this beautiful lake in the middle of nowhere, and they see this car pull up, and this guy get out, and he's got this hood on his head, and they go, well, that's weird. And then he's walking, go, what's going on? And then the guy He ends up killing both of them right there in the daylight. But he ties the one guy up and makes him watch the woman get killed, and then he knows he's about to get killed. Yeah.
That's awful.
Real fucked up. Happy holidays, everybody.
Happy holidays with murder. Happy holidays, I'll kill you.
Do you remember that scene? It's in the daytime.
Yeah, I think so.
I've never seen it.
I can. They have the scene isolated on YouTube. I'll show it to you.
I'm good.
It would actually fuck with you.
I don't want to watch it.
I'll show it to you after.
Meredith went to the DoubleTree yesterday, and she said my friend's phone would not take pictures, and it took me a few tries before mine did.
Wow.
Yeah, well, we filmed up there, and I know people are going to think I'm lying.
She said, I felt cold the closer we got. It was very warm yesterday, too. I thought I'd share with you.
Same thing happened to us.
Those are photos, she says. That's the DoubleTree there.
I don't know if it is. But it does get cold in certain parts of that area, and... Oh, wow. Yeah, so you got to be careful. There's a lot of fake trees where people do exactly that. They mark it up, they burn it to make it look creepy. There's a billion of those kind of trees.
Like they tried to saw it down and it didn't come down.
There's so many of those scary looking trees in that area. But the same thing happened to us where our equipment didn't work. I had a whole vlog we were going to do. Half of the shit never even came out.
Weird.
I know. It was very weird. It wouldn't even upload. Denny's couldn't figure it out. We went to Facebook Live. They would not let us Facebook Live out there.
It could have been like no Wi-Fi.
But it Facebook Lived out in the parking lot. I don't know. You're right. It could be no Wi-Fi or it could be die-fi.
Die-fi.
The stench of murder hangs in the air.
Jolly Beard Dan said in the chat room about that Zodiac thing, the guy did survive. The girl died with the Zodiac when he killed the two. The guy watched his girlfriend die, and he ended up living. He
did?
He got shot, I think, in the head.
Yeah, that was the first one, yeah.
And then he ended up living,
First
and his
murder,
girlfriend died.
Damn.
Yep.
Shot in the head?
Shot somewhere where...
Yeah, I think he was like shot. She was shot and murdered. I think he got like in the shoulder or something like that. He didn't talk about it for like a long time.
How fucked up is that? You're just out doing a picnic?
Oh, man.
Just enjoying stuff. Yeah, in the movie in Zodiac, I think they had pulled over. They were in a car, and maybe he had known her and had kind of been stalking her. So, and when she was with another dude, he got upset.
Oh no! That's not what happened. Wait, the Zodiac you talking about?
Yeah.
No. Zodiac worked at random. He would seek out people. He didn't know his victims.
That's how they done it in the movie Zodiac. They made it look like that might have been it.
Creepy.
Yeah, you remember the first scene, the girl in the car with the guy, and then at the end, that's how they kind of make it. They almost make it look like they figured out who it was at the end of Zodiac.
They always thought they knew who it was, but it proved out not to be. It didn't pan out.
Oh, okay.
And I think they might have taken liberties too. I think I'm getting the legit facts and mixing it up with the movie. And apologize.
That's what I hate about the movies too, because if it's not legit, then what am I watching?
For sure.
Because you watch that and then you come up to somebody who really knows their murder, Virginia.
Like this guy.
Yeah, like this guy, and you're like, I just know what they did in the movie, and apparently it might have been lies. So
you see that list though I sent you? How many people? All those murderers that taunted the police.
Yeah, it
Shit
seems
ton
to
of
be.
them.
Yeah, it seems to be kind of a thing they like to do. They're just sick people. Sick people. Well, we'll shift over to something a little bit more festive this time of year. I know we always creep into murder with Jay Birdie. With him, it's Murder 365.
Someone said in the chat room, well, Jay Bird's really into murder.
Yeah.
Loves murder.
Loves murder. Every season is murder season.
I'm sorry, I got to reel it in. I forget people are listening.
Got an email here from Yara about Hanukkah. Said, Shalom, KVJ, and happy Hanukkah. Want to send you lots of warm wishes for the holidays. I love that you mentioned Hanukkah, but I think I missed the part where you electrocuted suits. I was looking forward to that bit. Yeah, we did that. I don't know if it made the podcast because I used some audio in that you're not allowed to put up on podcasts, unfortunately.
Aw, man.
Also was wondering if Kevin knew that because the queen is Jewish, according to Judaism, so are her kids. Yeah, absolutely. The kids, they've all got Jew blood in them. So they are all got their own percentages of Jew in them, absolutely. And that's why we do what we can to make sure that they know about Judaism and are aware of their heritage. She said, and did you all know Hanukkah food is all about fried food? That's for you, Jay Bird.
Thank you.
We were just talking about those potato latkes. Is that how you say it?
I'm gonna bring some in for Virginia. She's really yearning for some potato pancakes, and
I see like a bunch of my friends on Instagram making these delicious looking fried potato. Oh,
You know what I love about these fried potatoes? I love a food where you could go salty with your toppings on top of it, or you could go sweet. You could do applesauce, which is very good. You could even do a little cream on there.
Oh.
Or you could do sour cream.
I've heard about that. You do the sour cream on some of them. Oh, that's my cut.
How I would do you is I would do sour cream or do your cakes.
All right.
Oh, that sounded bad too.
Here's how I would stuff your muffin.
Here's how I do your cakes,
What?
Virginia.
This feels weird.
I would cover it all up in cream.
Happy holidays.
I hope Panda's cool with this.
Yara also said, I wanted to call out our Angels in White. A company here had a campaign encouraging people to light a white candle in their Hanukkah in order of our Angels in White medical staffers, doctors, nurses. We usually light the Hanukkah in colorful colors. I'm attaching a pic of ours from yesterday and sending appreciation to all those people working so hard to keep us alive, healthy, and safe. May this holiday of miracles and light bring us all some good news and joyful vibes. And thank you, KVJ, for making me smile and laugh. Yara, there is her menorah there.
Oh,
You
that's
can see.
beautiful.
Beautiful.
Yes. And his suit's got it wrong. Those are 9 candles.
Wow, that looks like an old, like an antique one.
It's
Passed
beautiful, isn't it?
down. I love that.
Yeah, that's beautiful. So thank you very much, Yara, for that. Appreciate that. Somebody had said their kid went into the show and tell and brought in the good Greek superhero cape.
Aww,
That's from Liz. You can see that. That was the show and tell, bringing in that cape.
it's adorable.
Yeah.
They gave those out to all the kids, like at the festivals they sponsored and out at the South
Smart.
Florida Fair.
It's a good
marketing.
idea, yeah.
It's brilliant because every kid puts on the cape and starts running around, and you have all these kids with your logo running around. I was like, that is brilliant.
KVJ cape. I don't like. I like that. I like the sound of that. I should say.
You do.
A KVJ cape would be fun.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Talk to your boys. See if they care. See if they care if we steal it.
Can we steal your idea?
Okay, well, there you go. Got something fun coming up for you on Friday. I want to let you know about that we are going to be doing one of those virtual happy hours for the holidays, Friday, 6 o'clock on the KVJ Show Facebook page and YouTube channel. So kick into the weekend, grab a cocktail, and join us at 6 p.m. coming up on Friday night. You guys enjoy your Monday, and we'll talk to you later. Goodbye.